Let's do a review of order of operations. Order of operation tells us the order that we evaluate algebraic expressions in. And a acronym for remember that is PEMDAS. P stands for parentheses. E stands for exponents. M stands for multiplication. D stands for divide. A stands for add. And S stands for subtract. And this tells us the order that we do things in left to right. And so we're going to go through a few examples today working with order of operations. Order of operations is something that you're going to be using on almost every problem you do in algebra, and it needs to be second nature. So we're going to take some time to practice this. This first problem right here has 2 times 5 subtract 3 squared. Now, I do have some parentheses on here right here, but there's nothing to do inside those parentheses, and so we're going to move on to exponents. So I have 3 squared, I can evaluate that, and I know that's 9. So I'm going to rewrite my problem here as 2 times 5 subtract 9. Now I can move on to any multiplication or division. I have 2 times 5, that's 10. Rewrite my problem, and now I can evaluate 10 minus 9, which is 1. Next one, 5 times a negative 2. I'm going to put a parenthesis around that to make it a little clearer. Add 3, subtract 2. The first thing I need to do in here is my multiplication, which is 5 times a negative 2. That will give me a negative 10. And then I'm going to rewrite the rest of my problem. You'll find it's a good practice is to not just like cross things out and fill them in. It's to rewrite your problem each time. It helps you make a lot less mistakes. Now I'm going to move left to right doing addition and subtraction. Negative 10 add 3. That gives me a negative 7. So I'll rewrite the rest of my problem. Now I told you that it's a good practice to turn subtraction problems into addition. So I'm going to rewrite that as negative 7 add a negative 2. And that makes it pretty darn easy to add those together and get my final answer of negative 9. Let's move on to this one. This one looks like a lot of messy parentheses. But you can see is I need to take care of that in there first. 5 subtract negative 1. I can rewrite that as an addition problem. I can rewrite that as 5 add 1. And that makes it look a heck of a lot nicer. Now I can evaluate that piece right in there. I'm rewriting my problem right here. I have negative 2. Instead of 5 plus 1, I can write 6. And I still have my subtract 4 off there, don't forget it. Now I can do my multiplication and get negative 12. And I can rewrite this as an addition problem. Negative 12 add a negative 4. And very easily get a negative 16 as my final answer. Okay. Let's see. Let's just choose one final problem here, and let's do this one. Now, the one thing you need to know about this is that this division bar right here, okay, is that it acts as a parenthesis, meaning you have to do everything that's on top and everything that's on bottom first. So I need to take care of this on top. And so up on top, I need to take care of those exponents. 3 cubed can be rewritten as 27. That's 3 to the 3rd power. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of my problem. Okay. Now, I have to take care of this 27 minus 2 first. Okay. It's not in a parenthesis, but being on top of that fraction bar makes it like being in a parenthesis. So I'm going to rewrite this. 27 subtract 2 is 25. I still have the divide by 5 on bottom and the subtract 1. Division comes first, so I divide 25 by 5 and get 5. I still have my subtract 1. And I get 4 as my answer. Be very careful when you're working problems that you're getting your order of operations correctly, because it's the only way to get the right answer. You can end up with lots of answers in math, but if you're not doing things in the right order at the right time, you're not going to get the right answer. Good luck on your assignment.